Hello everyone, and welcome back to my vlog. Today, I'm taking you along with me on my amazing trip to Agadir, Morocco. Over the next few minutes, I'll show you where I stayed, some of the beautiful places we visited, and all the fun activities we got up to during our stay. If you're thinking about visiting Agadir, or you're simply looking for some travel inspiration, then this video is definitely for you. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Hotel tour. Before we head out and explore the city, let me first show you the hotel where we're staying. This is the Timoulay Hotel and Spa Agadir, and honestly, I was really impressed when I first arrived. Take a look at how spacious this room is. There's plenty of room to relax after a long day of sightseeing and activities. The room is clean, comfortable, and has everything you need for a relaxing stay. I especially liked the overall design and atmosphere of the hotel. It's peaceful, welcoming, and perfect for anyone looking to enjoy a relaxing holiday in Agadir. The hotel also has great facilities, including a swimming pool, spa, and beautiful communal areas where guests can unwind and enjoy. The MoroccanSunshine.com. Now that you've seen the room, let's head outside and start exploring Agadir Beach. One of the first places we visited was Agadir's beautiful beachfront. As you can see, this place is absolutely stunning. The beach stretches for miles, with soft golden sand and views of the Atlantic Ocean. The weather was fantastic, and there were people walking along the promenade, relaxing on the beach and enjoying the sea breeze. One thing I really loved about Agadir was how clean and well-maintained the beachfront area is. It's perfect for a morning walk, an evening stroll, or simply sitting down and taking in the views. The atmosphere here is incredibly relaxing, and it's easy to understand why so many tourists choose Agadir as a holiday destination. Enjoy their views. On our second day, we decided to do something a little more adventurous. We went quad biking, and this was definitely one of the highlights of the trip. Before setting off, we received a safety briefing and were given all the necessary equipment. Once everyone was ready, we headed out into the surrounding landscapes. Riding the quad bikes was such an exciting experience. I didn't get many videos due to safety while riding a quad bike. Day 3, camel ride experience. The next day, we experienced something that felt truly Moroccan, a camel ride. This was my first time riding a camel, and I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Getting onto the camel was probably the funniest part because they stand up in stages, and it feels like you're about to tip over. Once we got moving though, it was a really enjoyable experience. The ride gave us a chance to slow down, appreciate and experience a traditional activity that has been part of Moroccan culture for centuries. The views along the route were beautiful, and it made for some great photos and memories. Day 4, Agadir Market. On the fourth day, we started the morning by visiting the famous market in Agadir. Souk El Had is one of the largest markets in Morocco, and there is so much to see. Walking through the market was a fantastic experience. Everywhere you look, there are colorful stalls selling spices, clothing, souvenirs, traditional crafts, fresh fruit, and much more. The atmosphere was lively and full of energy. It was also a great place to pick up gifts and souvenirs to take home. If you enjoy experiencing local culture and seeing how people shop and live, then visiting the market is definitely worth adding to your itinerary. Later that afternoon, we headed to one of the attractions I was most excited about during the trip, the Agadir Cable Car. As we arrived at the station, I could already tell this was going to be a special experience. Once we stepped into the cable car and started our journey upwards, the views began to open up beneath us. The higher we climbed, the more incredible the scenery became. Agadir looked completely different from above, and for the first time, we were able to appreciate the full scale of the city. It felt like having a bird's-eye view of everything at once. Looking out towards the Atlantic Ocean, we could see the beautiful coastline stretching into the distance. The golden sandy beach curved along the shore, while the blue ocean sparkled under the afternoon sun. It was one of those views that immediately makes you stop and admire the beauty around you. Below us, the city of Agadir spread out in every direction. We could see hotels, residential areas, busy roads, and palm-lined streets. Everything looked so small from this height, and it was fascinating to watch. Everyday life continuing beneath us while we quietly glided through the sky. In the distance, we could also see the mountains surrounding the city. The contrast between the rugged landscape, the modern city, and the vast ocean created an amazing panorama. Seeing all of these different landscapes together really showed why Agadir is such a popular destination. One of my favorite moments was reaching a point where we could see almost the entire city at once. It was difficult to know where to look, because every direction offered another spectacular view. Sometimes, when traveling, there are moments that photos and videos simply cannot fully capture, and this was definitely one of them. The ride itself was smooth, relaxing, and gave us plenty of time to take in the scenery and capture a few memories along the way. Final day, Crocodile Park. For our final day in Agadir, we decided to visit the famous Crocodile Park, one of the city's most popular attractions. This was a really interesting place to visit and a great way to spend our final day before heading home. After several days of exploring Agadir, relaxing on the beach, and taking part in different activities, it was nice to finish the trip with something completely different. As soon as we arrived, we could see that the park was very well maintained. The entire area is beautifully designed with tropical gardens, palm trees, exotic plants, small streams, and well-kept walking paths. The setting itself was peaceful and relaxing, making it enjoyable to walk around and explore at our own pace. The main attraction, of course, is the crocodiles. Seeing these incredible animals up close was fascinating. Some were relaxing in the sunshine, barely moving as they soaked up the heat, while others were slowly making their way through the water. It was amazing to see just how large some of them were. From a distance, they looked almost motionless, but every now and then, one would suddenly move, reminding everyone just how powerful these creatures are. Watching the crocodiles interact with their was one of the highlights of the visit. Some were resting near the water's edge, while others were swimming through the pools or gathering together in groups. It was interesting to observe their behavior and see them in an environment designed to resemble their natural habitat. As we continued through the park, there were plenty of opportunities to stop and take photos while enjoying the scenery. The landscaping throughout the park was impressive and created a relaxing atmosphere. The combination of wildlife and beautiful gardens made the experience enjoyable, even between the animal exhibits. The park also provided information about crocodiles, including their habitats, behavior, and how they survive in the wild. Learning more about these animals made the visit even more interesting and helped us appreciate them beyond their appearance. In addition to the crocodiles stretching along the Atlantic Ocean, we also had the chance to see other animals and wildlife throughout the park, and the city gradually becoming smaller beneath us, and made every mountain surrounding Agadir worth exploring. Also visible. One thing I particularly enjoyed creating an incredible final panorama. It was a special moment, popular attraction because it gave me the chance plenty of space to walk around everything we had experienced, take everything in. During the trip, felt rushed. Seeing Agadir from the air one last time, a lasting impression on just how beautiful visiting really is. Crocodile Park was a fantastic Agadir adventure, came a perfect way to end our stunning holiday in Agadir. An exciting combined nature, activities, wildlife, incredible views, beautiful, unforgettable, and a chance to learn something new. This was a trip that I will remember for a very long time. It was a memorable final stop on our trip. Before we knew it, our time in Agadir had come to an end, and it was time to head to the airport and begin our journey home. It always feels strange when a holiday reaches its final day. What feels like a long trip when you first arrive somehow passes by incredibly quickly. As we made our way to the airport, I found myself reflecting on everything we had experienced over the past few days and all the memories we had created along the way. After checking in and making our way through the airport, we eventually boarded the plane. Luckily, I had a window seat, which gave me the perfect opportunity to capture some final footage before leaving Agadir behind. As the aircraft slowly made its way towards the runway, I looked out of the window and took in the last views of the city. A few moments later, the engines powered up. The plane accelerated down the runway, and before long, we were airborne. As we continued climbing, the city itself became smaller and smaller beneath us. The hotels, streets, buildings, and palm avenues that had been part of our daily adventures now looked tiny from above. In the distance, the surrounding mountains framed the city perfectly, creating an incredible panorama that seemed to stretch endlessly towards the horizon. Looking down at Agadir from the sky gave me a completely different appreciation for the city. It allowed me to see how everything connected together: the coastline, the beaches, the mountains, and the city itself. It was the perfect final view before leaving Morocco. As I sat there looking out of the window, I couldn't help but think about all the highlights of the trip, from arriving at our hotel and settling into our room, to walking along the beautiful beachfront and enjoying the relaxing atmosphere of Agadir. Every day had offered something different. The quad biking adventure was one of the most exciting experiences of the holiday, while the camel ride gave us the chance to enjoy a more traditional side of Morocco. Exploring the local market allowed us to experience the culture and atmosphere of everyday life in Agadir, and the cable car ride provided some of the most spectacular views of the entire trip. Visiting the Crocodile Park on our final day was also a memorable experience and a great way to end the holiday. Each activity added something unique and helped make the trip even more enjoyable. More than anything, this holiday gave us the opportunity to relax, explore new places, try new experiences, and create memories that will stay with us for years to come. Sometimes it's not just the attractions that make a trip special, but the moments in between the conversations, the laughter, the unexpected discoveries, and simply enjoying being somewhere new. And with that, our Agadir adventure came to an end. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope you